Ready?
Yep. Less than a metre.
Less than a metre. You see them do competitions for this,
You do,
don't
yeah,
you?
full size. Yeah.
Look at that.
Probably a couple of metres on the landing.
The landing was worse than the takeoff. Back for another flight test. This is the smaller version of the PA-18 Super Cub from our friends at FMS. Has all the same features of the larger 1.7 m version, but is a classic short takeoff landing STOL type aircraft. So let's not hang around, let's take the components out of the box, let's see what we get. Two versions of this are available, ready to fly and plug and play. We've got the ready to fly version here, so we've literally got everything we need to get it in the sky. The plug and play version, you would need to have your own transmitter, receiver and flight battery. As you can see, it's all very tightly packaged up. No chance of anything moving around in the box while it's in transit to your door. But let's take the components out of the box now. So all the components out of the box. Interestingly, the fuselage is in two sections, front and rear section. In the front section, if I take the canopy off with this catch, then you can see we've got the Reflex version 2 stabilization system, which is great for beginners. It will have 3 modes on a 3-position switch on the transmitter that allow you to go between it being off, stabilized, which is kind of an auto leveling feature, and optimized, which reduces the effects of the wind on your model and can make a windy day quite a pleasant day to fly on. Also in here, got the receiver and a strap for holding down our flight battery and some Velcro. Flight battery is included in the ready to fly version, as is the transmitter, which just needs 4 AA batteries. The motor is in place at the front, as is the speed controller. So we just need to connect the attach the spinner and the propeller, which are there. Then the rear section with the 2 leads to go through the fuselage to the front for the rudder and elevator. Rudder. You can see the servo. Just needs the servo for the rudder is on this side, already connected up to the rudder. And on this side you've got the elevator servo that will need connecting up to the elevator here. The horn is on the other side and it's a ball link. And ball links do make for precision flying, which is good. Wings, flaps and ailerons connected up to their respective servos with push rods. Again, ball links. And nice chunky wheels as well to absorb all those hard landings we might have. I think that is it. So this is designed to be very quick assembly, so I'll be back in 5 minutes to see what it looks like when it's all together. And there it is, all assembled. Took about 10 minutes to put together and plug everything in. You will need a 2mm Allen key type driver like this, or something similar to that, so you can put in the bolts. That is not included. What I will say is that for guidance, you will find when you've assembled it, you've got lots of wires in here. So the elevator and rudder wires that you feed through the rear part of the fuselage into here, they plug into the 2 ports in the Reflex gyro stabilization system. Do those first and then everything else is pretty straightforward. The only other tip I will give you is that the leads marked flap, the female ends, there are 3, and you plug in the 2 flap leads from each wing half, but there's also plug in one of the light leads which just has 2 wires. Plug that into the 3rd flap lead to give it power. Otherwise everything else should be fairly intuitive. Let's put that back. The balance point is here, so you'll have to turn it upside down to balance it. But you saw here what the position was for the battery. It's about there. It's not absolutely critical on a high wing model, but should be as close as you can get it. On the transmitter, what should I point out? On this side you've got the flaps, and then on here you've got the 3 reflex gyro modes. The bottom one is for stabilized auto leveling, the middle one is off, and then the top one is optimized, which reduces the effect of the wind on the model when you're flying. You also get in the box a bind plug, which you shouldn't have to use unless you decide that you want to use a different radio, a radio other than the one that is included. The only reason you might want to do that is because this has limitations. You can't set up, for example, 3 position rates and exponential and things like that. You're limited to what this can do. There is a manual for it. I haven't looked through it, so but you're limited by the number of switches that are available really to do other things. But it's a trainer model. You shouldn't need to do too much more. You also get this adapter. These are pneumatic tyres. They are not very high pressure, but you know, they're not supposed to be pumped up fully because they're there to absorb all the bumps on landing. So I wouldn't put any more air into them, but should you need to, that is there. And then you get a USB cable if you need to reset up the reflex gyro stabilization system, or take it out and put it in a different model. So there you go. Looks really good. Excited to fly this for the first time. Let's go down the flying field. Alright, so here we are with the Super Cub down the flying field. Let's see how it flies. Quite a bit of wind down the flying strip today, and I will say the patch is not in great condition, but those wheels are ideal for it. Lots of ruts and bumps, as I discovered on a jet I was trying to fly earlier. So here we go. Oh, nice and easy takeoff. Get a bit of height. I need to trim it out. That's better. And it's rolling that way, so.
Is that Morse code, Dom?
So it's possible I need to move the pack further forward for the next flight, but trimmed it out. And that's the important thing to do when you take off any RC airplane for the first time, when you're maiden flight. Get it high and trim it out for level flight. You know, it doesn't take long and it flies so much better. So hands off, it should fly more or less like that with about half power. Right, so let's bring it closer for the cameraman. Well, not unlimited power on the 3-cell pack that's in there. Roll rate is quite good. Nice loopy loop. and then inverted. Trying to just figure out how much throw it actually needs. Sorry, how much input it needs on elevator to keep it inverted, not a lot. Half flap. Oh no, I lied. That was the wrong switch.
Should be able to almost sit this down in this little breeze, Dom.
Hey?
Should be able to pretty much vertically land it in this little breeze.
Yeah, with the flaps.
Yeah.
I'll do the flaps now. It's half flap. So slow fly past. I got my switches mixed up. What a pro. So that is flap. That's pretty good, isn't it? So let's bring it round again and then put in full flap.
Lower.
Full flap. It's nice that there's a bit of a breeze actually. Look at that, it's just hang time. Wow. 1.3 meters. I've got the 1.7 meter version to assemble as well, so it'd be interesting to see how good that is in comparison. But you'd still have to watch the STOL. I'm fairly experienced, so I can see the signs and know when to power up. But that flies nice and slowly. Let's bring it in close for you, Jay. Power off. Crawls along. Let's bring it in for landing. A little bit of rudder to kick the nose round. I like that. That's nice. No hassle whatsoever. Short takeoff and landing, certainly. Shall we try a very quick short takeoff, see, with full flap? Let's just do that very quickly. Because that's really what this is all about. How quickly can it take off? Come on, turn, turn, turn. Ready?
Yep. Less than a metre.
Less than a metre. Definitely.
Can you get it down on the same circuit?
Yeah.
And how short can your runway be?
You see them do competitions for this,
You do,
don't
yeah.
you?
Full size. Yeah.
Look at that.
Probably a couple of metres on the landing.
The landing was worse than the takeoff. There you go, that's the FMS 1.3m PA-18 Super Cub. You'd have a lot of fun with one of these if you had one, playing with the wind to do those short takeoffs and landings. So the link for this is in the video description and the pinned comment if you want to look it up for the price. If you enjoy our flight test, then please subscribe, click the bell icon for notifications via future uploads and live streams, and maybe give us a like on this video as well. Would appreciate it. The only other thing I mention is that we do have a member concept. So if you join as a member, very low fee per month, less than a cup of coffee, then you get access, immediate access as soon as I upload videos, and we are uploading a lot on a almost daily basis. So thanks for watching this. Thanks to Jay on camera.
No problem.
We'll be back soon on Essential RC. See you soon.
full size. Yeah.
Look at that.
Probably a couple of meters on the landing.
The landing was worse than the takeoff.